Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you all of my favorite nude lippies. I have so many nude lippies in my collection that I kind of like to cycle between. I wear a nude lip pretty much every day. It is very rare that I will branch out of wearing nude lips. Sometimes I'll wear a red, sometimes I'll wear more of like a berry tone or a pinky tone, but usually I'm wearing a peachy nude, a deep nude, a brownie nude, somewhere in the realm of a nude lip. So for today's video, I'm going to be walking you through all of my favorites when it comes to nude lip liners, lipsticks, lip glosses, as well as liquid lipstick. All of my favorite nudes are going to be in this video today, and I'm also going to be trying them on as well so you guys can see how they look on the lips. So I really hope that you guys enjoy seeing this video, and let's go ahead and jump on into it. Let's go ahead and jump on into the video by starting off with lip liner. Lip liner is something that I cannot live without when it comes to doing my lips. It just makes the biggest difference in really defining the lip, also making my lips look a little bit bigger. Overall, just like more defined and crisp and clean when you apply something on top of it. I have 5 lip liners to talk to you guys about today that are all my favorite. Here is a little close-up. As you guys can see, yes, they are similar. A lot of these lipsticks are going to be similar. This is just my taste in makeup, and as someone who loves and collects makeup, I am justifying having all of these, and I do see the little slight differences in them. Do you need all of these lip liners if you guys are just the average makeup wearer? Probably not, but I just love trying new things, and to me, I could see all of these differences. The first lip liner that is like my top favorite is House Laboratories by Lady Gaga lip liner. This is their Demi Matte Lip Liner Crayon, their RIP lip liner in the shade N Point. This is one that I truly find myself wearing almost every single day. I'm sure you guys can see how small this is right now. It was like a full-length lip liner like this one, but I've just used this so much. It's lasted me a long time. I've had this for a little bit over a year now, just around a year. I think House Labs launched September or October of 2018. It has a little bit more of that peachy undertone, which I love. It's around $16, so around the like middle to high end point price wise. Definitely has that slight peachy undertone to it, but it is just my perfect nude. A lot of the times I will line and fill in my lips with this and wear it as a lip liner. Very creamy formula, lasts all day long, and I absolutely love this. Definitely, I think my top lip liner that I wear every single day. Next up, I have the Colourpop Lippie pencil. This one is in the shade Little One. First and foremost, Colourpop Lippie pencils have the most incredible formula. They have so much pigment to them, and again, they last all day long. They glide on the lips. This one is a little bit more on the cool tone side. This is the lip liner that I'm wearing today underneath a lipstick, but it has a little bit more of that mauvey pink undertone that I also really like, but it doesn't lean too cool tone and purpley where I feel like it's unflattering or has like too much gray or makes my lips look a little bit drab. It's just like that perfect cool tone undertone. Here it is in comparison to N Point. Again, very similar, but here it is right here. It's just a hair more cool tone, and I like it for when I want my lips to look a little bit bigger. I just really love this. I got this in the set when Juicy Jazz collabed with Colourpop for Valentine's Day. She picked this out, and she never lets me down. Throwing it back a little bit old school, one of my like oldie but goodie kind of favorites is the MAC lip pencil in the shade Boldly Bare. This is such a classic shade. As you guys can see, this one right here kind of falls into that similar realm, but this one has a little bit more of like a strong pink undertone, I would say, and it's also better for days when I want to have a little bit more of a deep nude lip opposed to a lighter nude lip. It definitely leans a little bit more on the warm side, as I said, a little bit more of like a pinky reddish undertone, but still pretty nude, and it's just that classic deep nude lip liner that looks good on so many different skin tones. But I do have a little bit of an affordable dupe. LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner in the shade Sugar and Spice is so incredibly similar to MAC Boldly Bare. Here they are on the hand, right next to each other, the LA Girl one being the closest to the pencil. These are so similar. I'm pretty sure that I've duped them on my channel before. There is like barely any difference between these lip liners color-wise and formula-wise. I mean, look at those two shades at the end over here. They are so similar, and the LA Girl one is like less than half of the price. So if you guys want to try out MAC Boldly Bare but you're not sure how it's going to look on you, definitely go for LA Girl Sugar and Spice. I'm pretty sure these lip liners are something crazy cheap, like $2.99 at Ulta you could find them. The LA Girl lip liner might just be like a hair darker, like literally less than half a shade deeper, but on the lips they give off a really similar effect. They have a really similar undertone and deepness and everything like that. I guess that goes to show why they are both my favorites, is because they are so similar on the lips. And then the last lip liner I have is the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat Reshape and Resize lip liner in their classic Pillow Talk shade. I have the mini lip liner right here, and I'll go ahead and swatch this, but this is probably the most like pinky mauve tone lip liner that I'm going to be showing you guys today. All the way over here. Definitely has a lot more like pinky purple to it opposed to the other shades. Wow, these are all so similar now that I have them all swatched on my hand, but again, goes to show why these are all of my favorites to wear. I know everyone kind of has their own spectrum of nude for their skin tone, but on my personal skin tone, I would just consider this like a deep mauve nude, something again for when I want more of that cool tone lip. I do believe this is a wooden pencil, but you guys can see, maybe compared to the MAC lip liner, it has more of that smoothed out tip opposed to like the actual classic wooden tips and pencils that the MAC ones are, which just make it glide on a little smoother. It makes it sharpen a little bit more evenly, and you could just tell it's such a high quality lip liner. And the Pillow Talk shade looks good again on so many different skin tones because it is a little bit deeper, a little bit more mauve. I don't know if they have it in the lip liner, but in the lipstick there definitely are a couple different variations of Pillow Talk depending on your skin tone or how you want your lips to look. Now let's go ahead and jump on into bullet lipsticks, traditional lipstick formulas that I absolutely love. As someone who has so many lipsticks, I have over 100 lip products in my collection. If you guys want to see my full makeup inventory, I know it's crazy, make sure to click the card because I did count everything for you guys in my collection maybe 1 or 2 months ago now. But for someone who has so many lip products, I just find myself wearing these same 6 traditional lipsticks over and over again. They are just my favorite. So the first one is actually a little bit more of a newer find to me, but I still wanted to mention it anyway because the formula is great and I think a lot of you will love this as well. This is e.l.f.'s Seriously Satin lipstick, retails for only $3, which is crazy affordable. It has the cutest clear packaging where you could see the bullet. This is definitely more of a very light pink and milky nude. This isn't something that I don't think I could pull off on my own. You guys will see on the try on in a sec, but there on my hand it like barely even shows up on my skin. It is so light and milky, but I really love this a lot for lightening shades, kind of giving my lips that like extra big plump look when you just put it in the center. It's been really great having a nude shade like this in my collection just to really help me customize my existing nude shades. Sometimes there are days where I want to go really light pale nude. I'll just go ahead and pair this with one of the lip liners just to kind of make it mesh and become a little bit one with my skin so it doesn't look so stark and bright. But it's just a really great lightening shade. If you guys are fair and you have trouble finding a nude, look no further. I definitely think this would be light enough for super fair skin. Out of these 6 standard bullet lipsticks I'm mentioning today, I do think one of them stands out to me more than the rest, and that is definitely Anastasia Beverly Hills matte lipstick in the shade Peachy. I just find myself wearing this a ton and I love just the standard peachy shade, but it's not orange and like too warm on the lips. It's just that perfect peach undertone that I love to see in a nude lipstick. So there it is on my hand right there. I wear this a ton in my videos and it's just that lipstick shade that I genuinely cannot get enough of. When I don't know what to wear on my lips, it's peachy. When I do a bright blue smoky eye, peachy looks good. When I do a cool tone smoky eye, peachy looks good. Warm, peachy. You guys get where I'm going with this. It's like that much of my perfect nude, especially paired with the Endpoint lip liner, like this one and this one together. Oh, like chef's kiss. This is my perfect, absolute perfect nude lip combination. I love it so much. The Colourpop What's Your Sign is also a peachy nude that I wear a ton, but unfortunately it is no longer available on Colourpop's website. As far as the shades go between peachy and What's Your Sign, they both have a very similar undertone. I would say they are almost exact dupes for each other color-wise. This one right here being What's Your Sign, and that one in the middle being peachy, except I don't know if you guys could see, but What's Your Sign is like a true creamy satin hydrating formula, whereas peachy is just a standard matte shade. Here are the two shades together up close, so hopefully you guys can see those similarities. But I am so incredibly sad that they discontinued What's Your Sign. I'm sure if you guys have been watching my videos, you know that I use this shade a ton on my lips, but I genuinely feel like if you took all of my lipsticks away and just left me with What's Your Sign and peachy, I would be ecstatic. I would be so good to go and happy with these two lipsticks because they go with everything. Another MAC classic that I've raved about here on my channel for years is their MAC lipstick in the shade Velvet Teddy. Velvet Teddy and MAC lipsticks as a whole were so popular here on YouTube. I would say around when I first started, maybe a little before, like 2013, 14, 15, around there. People were crazy for MAC lipsticks, and it took me so long to decide which one that I wanted. What is the one lipstick that I'm gonna go and spend my I think they were $16 at the time. I tried Cream Cup, I tried Faux, I was thinking about like Angel and Honey Love, all of those classic ones, but I finally found MAC Velvet Teddy, which is this one right here, and it was just like a perfect shade for me. It is a little bit on the deeper side, definitely more of that like mauve-y undertone. This is actually the lipstick that I'm wearing today on top of the Colourpop Little One lip liner that I showed you earlier. I find that these are really similar in shade as well as undertone, but it's just such a classic, such a good formula for being a matte. It is not overly drying. My lips have been a little bit dry, so if they look dry, that is just all me. I probably should have put like a lip gloss or something on top, but it is again just that like beautiful like, classic deep nude. But I have another dupe for you guys. This is almost an exact dupe. I love finding dupes when it comes to lip products, and I honestly feel like they are really easy to find as well. This lipstick here is a Wet n Wild lipstick in the shade Bare It All. Now definitely try to keep a little bit of an open mind about this dupe, but I just think these two shades, I kind of swatched it on top of each other by accident, but I just think they are so similar. MAC Velvet Teddy is like half a shade darker than Wet n Wild Bare It All, but the undertones are almost spot on, and it's kind of like one of those dupes when you put them on each half of your lips, you can't even really tell. They're both kind of like matte to satin finishes, and again, they both are just kind of like that standard neutral undertone. They're not too cool tone, but they're not too warm and peachy. Just had to give a huge shout out to these because these again are ones that I use a lot day to day, and again today I'm wearing MAC Velvet Teddy. The last traditional bullet lipstick that I wanted to mention as one of my favorites today is again Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk. This is probably the most expensive and the most luxurious piece of makeup that I have in my collection, and it was actually a Christmas gift. I don't think that I could ever get myself to spend like, what is this, like $34, $35 on a lipstick. Ooh, the formula of this is just so creamy. You could just tell it's like high end by the way that it swatches. But first of all, let's talk about this amazing packaging. This is usually one that I keep on display behind me because it is so incredibly amazing and beautiful looking. This is probably the deepest that I would go when it comes to considering something nude on my skin tone. I feel like anything a little deeper than this I would consider a berry on my skin, but compared to the rest of the shades besides the actual Pillow Talk lip liner, it is the deepest nude, but sometimes I just love that look. But I always get so many questions and compliments when I wear this in my videos. If you guys want me to start listing like the lipstick I'm wearing in a video if I'm not actually applying it, definitely let me know, because I feel like when I don't list it, I always get questions, what is on your lips? So maybe I will start including it in my description box. Next up for lipsticks, I have 3 liquid lipsticks that I want to share with you guys. Two of these I feel like might be a little bit more pink than nude, but I really like to wear them a lot, and I feel like next to traditional nude shades, pinks are those colors that I like to kind of wear when I want something a little bit out of my comfort zone, but still very close to my comfort zone, if that makes any sense. So I figured I would include them anyway. The first one that is a true nude that I love to wear all of the time is Colourpop's Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Sunny Side. It's actually crazy how much I've been wearing this lipstick. As someone who typically kind of stays away from liquid lipsticks, I've been wearing this so much. So there's the shade right here. This actually came in a set with the little one lip liner. They go really, really well together, again, as per Juicy Jazz recommendation in her Colourpop collection. I don't know if what I'm about to say is actually a thing anymore, but this gives me like Kylie Jenner lip vibes. Again, I don't know if that's gonna make some of you cringe or if you guys are going to understand what I'm saying, but it's just like that like in-between neutral kind of brownish pinky nude that was like that 90s Kylie Jenner lip for a really long time, what people classified that as. This is one of the ones that is a little bit more on the pinky side. This is Sigma's liquid lipstick in the shade Behold. But as I said, I wanted to include it anyway because I don't know, would you guys consider pink nude? Sometimes I feel like it is just because I'm so comfortable wearing it. But you guys will see, compared to all of these other colors on my hand, this is like a true pink, kind of almost has like a little bit of a lilac undertone. Definitely leans a lot more cool tone than the rest of these shades. But it is such a stunning and flattering pink. I typically don't go for shades like this, but you guys will see in the try on that I actually really enjoy how this one looks. And again, very comfortable and thin liquid lipstick formula. And the last one I have is the Giorgio Armani Lip Maestro in the shade 500. And this one is a little bit more of a pink, but it has more of like a warm corally undertone, this bottom shade right here. But let me tell you guys, this is the absolute best liquid lipstick formula that I've ever tried. And it is crazy expensive. I think this is almost like $40. This was gifted to me to try out in like an influencer box. I really don't think that I would spend that much money on this, or I would have tried this otherwise, being totally honest with you. But I was really happy that I got the chance to try it out because it is now one of my favorites. It just doesn't dry down all the way, and I think that's why I like it so much. It's because it stays just like hydrating and nice on the lips, opposed to the other two that I mentioned. Although they're comfortable and nice and thin, they are transfer proof and they do dry down all the way, so you're not getting any hydration at all from these. Last but certainly not least, I'm going to be talking about my favorite nude lip glosses. Lip gloss has really been my best friend. I think especially throughout the summer months, lip gloss is just so easy and effortless, and it's just really on trend. Of course, these do not need any introduction. These are the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bombs. I have both the original Fenty Glow as well as Fussy. I'm not even going to talk about these for too long because I'm sure you guys know just all the hype about these, how good they are. They're so juicy looking and wet looking on the lips. They last a long time. I rarely ever need to reapply them. Oh, they just come in so many different beautiful shades, but these two are my favorites. These two I think are the closest to nudes, and they are the best like everyday shades for me. So the deeper, more warm tone is the shade Fenty Glow, and then the lighter one with more of that rosy pink undertone is the shade Fussy. Rihanna knocked this out of the park. I really think she just like set the bar for other brands when it comes to glosses. I've been seeing a lot of imitations, a lot of brands trying to get something similar to that gloss bomb look because they're just so different in the sense that they are actually glassy on the lips. These are probably the best glosses that have ever hit the beauty industry. They are so great and they are not overhyped in my opinion. I think they get all the hype that they get for a really solid reason. The next glosses that I've been wearing a ton are the e.l.f. Plumping Glosses. First, I will go ahead and show you guys the shade Champagne Glam, which again, not sure if this is a nude shade. It is more of like a sheer with champagne flecks in it. It's right here on the hand if you guys can see, but it does have like a light peachy nude undertone to it, and it definitely kind of shows more peachy on the lips than anything. But these truly do plump the lips. They make the lips feel like really cool and tingly without being like overly burning because I have tried some plumping glosses that are just way too much and way too harsh. These are like the perfect amount of that like minty tingly feeling, and they give a really great plump. And then the other shade that I have is a true like milky nude shade, and this is the shade Peach Bellini. I've been wearing this one a lot. I wore this in the drugstore makeup tag on top of another lipstick, but it is a gorgeous milky light pink gloss. Honestly, now that I'm looking at these plumping glosses do look pretty similar to the Fenty one as far as the finishes go, but the Fenty ones aren't plumping or anything like that. They don't have that tingly feeling, so I know not everyone likes that, but I think just appearance wise, these also give off that really like glassy lip look. This next gloss is actually a newer discovery of mine from an indie brand, and the brand is Lorella Cosmetics. I have talked about them and their Rockin' Moroccan palette here on my channel. I have a whole video with 2 colorful looks, but I also got their iconic gloss in the shade Love That For You, and I love this gloss for me. Let me just tell you guys that. It definitely has a strong cool brown undertone to it, and it has a lot more pigment than the other glosses. It's a very opaque gloss, and it has some shine to it, but it's more of like a satin sheen. It's not a like ultra wet glossy look to the lips, but I love how much color this gives, and I just love the shade of this in particular. And it has a pretty strong citrusy scent, which I think smells really nice as well. So again, this is the Lorella Cosmetics iconic gloss in the shade Love That For You. This next lip gloss I've talked about a ton on my channel the past few years, and it is the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit High Shine Lipstick in the shade Send Nudes. And I would say this is similar to the last lip gloss in the sense that it is also very, very pigmented and has more of a sheen than that super glossy finish. But then again, this is considered a high shine lipstick and not a lip gloss, but I've kind of just always worn it as a lip gloss, to be honest with you guys. You guys will see in the try on right now, this just looks so great on its own. It also looks great paired on top of all of the other lipsticks and lip liners that I mentioned today, and it does last a really, really long time. Again, I think that's because it's considered more of that high shine lipstick instead of an actual lip gloss. I feel like recently Wet n Wild hasn't been impressing me too much, but there are a couple of things like their Liquid Catsuit High Shine lipsticks that I think are just classics from them, and that will always be so good and one of my favorites. The last lip gloss that I want to mention to you guys today is also the very last lip product in this whole video, and that is the Haus Laboratories Riot lip gloss in the shade Corset. I think Haus Labs lip products are the best thing that they have. This lip gloss is like literally liquid glass. Now I will say that this is probably a little bit more on the sticky side than the rest of the lip glosses that I showed you guys today. But with that being said, I absolutely never have to reapply. Also, I forgot to mention Haus Labs packaging is so cool. I love the dome and how you can kind of see the color on the bottom there. This is the shade down here. More on the peachy side. Love wearing this on top of the corresponding lip liner that I picked up in Endpoint, Anastasia Peachy lipstick, all of those like peachy undertone lip colors. This looks so good on top of. It is just such a good gloss. As I said, Haus Labs and Lady Gaga really did such a great job with her lip products. All right, you guys, so that is going to complete this video. Those are all of my favorite nude lippies that I was so excited to share with you. Actually, this completes the video for you, but I still have to go ahead and try all of these on for you guys, so pray for me and my lips. I really hope that you guys enjoyed spending time with me today. If you did and you want to see more videos like this in the future, if you guys want to see my favorite red lips or my favorite like fall lip shades, definitely make sure to let me know, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up as well because it really helps me out. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel before you leave. I would love to have you guys here as part of my little YouTube fam. If you don't want to miss out on any of my future videos, click that notification bell down below and you'll get notified every single time that I upload a new video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!